I knew it. I knew it. Now that I've calmed down a little bit, I am over the moon excited for what I have to share with you guys today. So a couple days ago, I got a very interesting and fall out of my chair exciting email from a little company called Clicks. So if you've been around the channel here, you know I'm a huge fan of the physical keyboard layout when it comes to a smartphone. And there's something about that tactile input of and precision and satisfaction of a physical keyboard on a phone that is just so nice. And Clicks decided to give us a 1-2 dropping bombs on us for 2026. I mean, Happy New Year's to us retroverts, and are announcing not one, but 2 massive products today. So I'm going to roll in some B-roll here so you can see what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it, and introduce to you the Clicks Power Keyboard and the Clicks Communicator. Clicks, wisely, I would say, realizing there are a gazillion different smartphones out there besides the ones that they are able to make the unibody slide-in snap-on cases for, thought, how can we make a universal solution so that everyone with any old smartphone can use it? And Power Keyboard was born. So a couple of highlights on the Power Keyboard. Rolling some B-roll here so you can kind of take a look at it. So it is available for pre-order today. With availability, shipping, it looks like, is going to be in the spring. The pre-order cost is $79 US. So a couple of the features, I have the press release in front of me. Sorry about the page turning sounds. So it's designed to be used with a smartphone, but not exclusively with a smartphone. So it attaches via magnetic. So you can use a strong MagSafe accessory, the key or the She 2 magnetic connection. Some devices I know come with that built in. I think iPhones do, so you can just slap it right on the back of your iPhone. Other devices, not so much, but you have all kinds of accessories that have that available for you. Now, it actually has a telescoping design to where, depending on the size of your phone, you can extend it or retract it to fit better. Multiple slider positions allow the compact keyboard to adjust to different phone sizes, from standard models to large Ultra and Pro Max devices. And then landscape, you can actually rotate it and use your phone in landscape mode, enables more comfortable editing of documents, spreadsheets, and emails. Now, one thing I noticed right away on this, you guys, is if you look at it, there's a number row, and they have different, because they've moved that number row up from the 9-key position up to the top, they've enabled secondary use or alt uses for those keys for some really cool things. Like you can see there's the D-pad and some other characters that you used to have to pull up the character keyboard to get to, which I love. Being an accountant, I live in Excel. This will be very nice for when I do have to use my phone or tablet for doing this kind of stuff. So speaking of which, you can use it attached to a device. It's Bluetooth. It's a Bluetooth device. So you can use it attached to your device, or in the case of like a tablet or a smart TV, or I thought it was kind of cool, even AR or VR setup. So if you've got some kind of an AR or a VR rig, you can connect it to that and use it remotely, or I guess detached, wherever is a comfortable position for you to do so. So whether it's a tablet sitting on a table, whether it's your smart TV up on the thing, which I hate how every single app on a smart TV uses a different keyboard, and most remotes don't come with a keyboard built onto it. So you can just, bam, connect this, type away, you're good to go. It's really small, and okay, I don't know how I let it get this far into the video without talking about this. It has a battery pack built in. It is a power bank. So PowerKeys has a 2,150 milliamp hour battery in it that you can use to top off your phone. So it basically gives you extended battery life while it gives you the functionality of a keyboard. And then wrapping things up here with PowerKeys, there are multiple Bluetooth profiles so that you can have it paired with multiple devices at once. There will be the availability for Android and iOS devices for customization via the Clicks app. Or if you're like me, you'll probably use the Key Mapper, being an Android guy, in addition to the customization that you already have in the Clicks app. So pre-orders, as I think I already mentioned, for this begin today. You can go, I'll have links to all of this in the description. This is not a sponsored video. I do not have an affiliate link with Clicks. This is just something I'm excited about and sharing with you. So Clicks is going to be at CES this year, and guess who else is going to CES this year? So I'm going to see if I can get my hands on the Power Keyboard and get some firsthand footage and some looks at that and bring back to you guys, as well as the Clicks Communicator. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, I'll see if I can put a screenshot. But I knew this was. I think it was back in March. I'll put the screenshot up here. In the Clicks Discord server, I left a message and I said something to the effect of, "You guys, my theory is they're just doing all of these cases to gain experience, build relationships with suppliers to build a phone." Fast forward to January 2nd, 2026, and here we have it, the Clicks Communicator, and it oozes intentionality, productivity, communication, all of the things that I have loved about some of the devices that I have featured on the channel. I digress. So, Clicks Communicator will be available in 3 finishes. Again, reading from the press release here. Smoke, which my understanding is white. Clover, which my understanding is kind of a cool, like an olive drab green, if you're familiar with that kind of dark, rustic green, and then onyx, which of course the fan favorite black, and they offer a variety of interchangeable back covers for customization. Again, check the B-roll. The back cover will actually come off. I wonder if I could convince them to do a returning retro back cover. We'll see. Reservations begin also today, starting. So the reservation, I'll explain it a little bit more in a minute. The reservation system starts at $199 to lock in the early bird pricing. I'll explain that in a little bit. Their intention behind Communicator not being to replace your iPhone, your Galaxy, your Pixel, but to be used as a companion device, which is a growing trend. I mean, more people now are using a companion device, whether it's a nighttime device, whether it's, in my case, a primary device, and a work device as a secondary device. This is very much intended to be a companion device. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of keyboard lovers like myself that will use it as a primary device, maybe even their only device. But they've been very, very deliberate about how they've designed it to work in tandem with whatever your primary device might be. So reading from the press release here, whether used as a second phone alongside a flagship device or as a primary phone for people who prioritize communication, Clicks Communicator is built for doing, not doom scrolling. And that, I love it. One of the things, if you've seen a few of my videos, a recurring motif is the hardware design of a device can have a huge impact on how distractible that device is. And the Communicator, with the size of the device itself, it's a smidge larger than the BlackBerry Classic, and it's smaller than the BlackBerry Passport, to give you guys an idea of the size, the footprint of the device. Going over here, I just love this so much, you guys. So you better believe they threw in a notification LED. Very interestingly, the notification LED is in the side button, what they're calling the prompt key. And that way, whether you have the device laying on its back, laying on its face, down on your desk, you'll be able to see that notification LED come through. Customizable. You can have different color lights for different types of notifications coming in. I love Niagara Launcher. Something about a list-based home screen instead of an icon-based home screen really, really does help me be more focused and more streamlined in how I use my device. Clicks has actually partnered with Niagara to create a customized version specifically for Communicator with added functionality catering to this device's form factor. Love it. A couple of things on the prompt key. There's going to be a lot of customization there. Voice dictation. You can program it to activate that LLM or AI app of your choice rather than just the built-in functionality. So I love, and this is a recurring theme here. Communicator is purposeful in that you use it for a very specific purpose, but they didn't want to limit you in how you used the stuff. So everything, to the extent that it can be, my understanding is will be customizable, whether that's the prompt key, whether that's obviously the keyboard itself with all the different options, whether that's the kill switch. Yes, they are, as you guys can probably see in the B-roll, they are including a kill switch, a silent switch on the side. Another thing, I mean, there's just cherry on top of cherry on top of cherry on top of cherry on top of this whole thing, but they have thrown everything into Communicator that they know that productivity-focused individuals and even just fans of the classic BlackBerry feature set are going to love, including a touch-sensitive keyboard, and I mean capacitive. So you'll be able to scroll, you'll be able to use touch input sensitivity, not just key press. In contrast to increasingly minimal smartphones, in terms of feature set, I think they're talking about here, Clicks Communicator leans into choice and physical control. Features include 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Yes, a tactile kill switch configurable for airplane mode, signal light behavior, keyboard touch input, and more. expandable storage via micro SD card, up to 2 terabytes, and a physical SIM tray in addition to eSIM. So in a time when the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack gone, expandable storage gone, more and more so, my friends, we're even seeing SIM trays being nixed from devices. They're all here. Let's get some specs and then we'll wrap it up here, my friends. A fully equipped companion phone. While purpose-built for communication, Click's Communicator is fully equipped as a modern mobile phone, featuring Android 16 at launch with 5 years of security updates, and I believe at least 2 major OS version updates, global 5G, 4G LTE, and 3G and 2G support, factory unlocked, a 4,000 milliamp hour silicon carbon battery. What is happening, my friends? Standard 256 gigabytes of onboard storage, expandable via micro SD card slot, a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS for your stabilization, and a 24 megapixel front-facing camera, NFC with Google Pay, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 6, and of course, USB-C and wireless charging. So they have thrown the kitchen sink at this. Click's Communicator will be available at a special launch price of $499. Purchase your reservation before February 27th to lock in early bird pricing and priority access. A reservation, so there's 2 ways you can do that early bird, with a reservation deposit of $199 to lock in the $399 early bird price, or if you pay the reservation in full, if you pay the full $399 up front, you will receive 2 additional back covers included in addition to that priority access and so on. Click's Communicator is expected to begin shipping later this year. So, my friends, the keyboard, the buttons on phones renaissance continues. I am thrilled, as you can probably tell through my ridiculous body language. This is of all the videos I have done, I probably should have scripted this one. I am so excited for being able to get my hands on this. Again, going to CES. So if you guys have questions about either the Power Keyboard or the Click's Communicator, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to ask those that are there. My friends, it is a good day to be a physical keyboard fan on smartphones. The renaissance continues, and I love it. Thank you so much for sticking around. All the links to the stuff will be in the description of the video here. Again, not a sponsored video, no affiliate links. I'm excited, happy to share it with you. Also, links to all of the returning retro socials are there as well. Thanks, my friends. We'll see you in the next one.